The debate hall was a thunderstorm of tension, its air electric with the clash of ideas and ambition. Cameras zoomed, pens scribbled, and the audience leaned in, every breath suspended, every glance waiting for the next verbal strike. Nikki Haley stood tall behind her podium, her confidence radiating through every gesture. She had spent a lifetime mastering the art of political precision, sharp words, calculated pauses, and the look of conviction that could bend headlines by morning. Across from her stood Robert F. Kennedy Jr., calm yet firm, the kind of presence that didn't shout for attention but quietly commanded it. His voice carried the weight of generations, his demeanor more like a seasoned teacher than a political opponent. He wasn't there to win applause, he was there to make people think. The night had already seen sparks fly between them. But the real storm came when Nikki leaned forward, eyes blazing with controlled disdain, and said the line that would ripple across social media for days. "Mr. Kennedy, maybe you should stay in your lane." The audience gasped, half in admiration, half in anticipation. It was the kind of political jab designed to corner, to mock, to remind him he wasn't a career politician. For a moment, silence hung between them like a held breath. Kennedy didn't flinch. He didn't roll his eyes or return fire with equal venom. Instead, he reached calmly into the folder before him and pulled out a piece of paper, a map. He held it up, steady and deliberate. "Governor Haley," he said quietly, his tone neither defensive nor mocking, "you told me to stay in my lane. But before anyone stays in a lane, they should know where the road leads. Here's the map." The room went still. Even Nikki blinked, unsure whether it was a prop or a point. Kennedy unfolded it slowly, revealing not a political chart, but a simple roadmap, hand-drawn lines, notes scribbled in pen, names of towns and communities. "This," he continued, "is America. The forgotten towns I've visited. The families who've lost their livelihoods, the veterans who feel invisible, the farmers who can't afford to farm anymore. These are the lanes I travel every day, not because they're mine, but because someone has to drive them." The moderator shifted uneasily, the audience was hanging on every word. Kennedy's tone deepened, carrying that quiet storm of truth. "You talk about staying in lanes, but America doesn't have lanes anymore. It has cracks running through its schools, its hospitals, its hearts. And every time a leader tells someone to stay in their lane, those cracks get wider." Haley tried to interject, but Kennedy wasn't finished. "I didn't come here to compete for a lane," he said, looking straight at her. "I came here to help redraw the map, to remind us where we came from, and where we're supposed to go." The hall erupted, not in chaos, but in a slow, rising applause that felt like thunder rolling over distant hills. Even some of Haley's supporters